Usually when we talk about Venus, the first thing we think is love, beauty, intercourse, and creativity, and lover, marriage, husband, wife, and the sorts. But deep down, Venus is more than just that. Venus is also luxury, comforts, and sense of conveniency. As well, Venus is the planet that has been given the ability to make the dead walk again. In astrology, Venus can represent the spouse, how one loves another, and how one gets the most potential out of their creativity. It's also represented by the color white. It's a feminine planet. It's watery, emotional in nature, but it rules the signs Libra and Taurus. Despite this as well, Venus is also a graha that has the title of a guru, just like Jupiter. However, Venus is the guru or teacher of demons, or the Asura. That being said, Venus is the planet that comes to anyone who comes to her, and she says, how can I make your living on this earth better? What can I do to ensure that all the life that you live here is to the best? That being said, Venus is not very fond of the sun because she believes the soul should enjoy the time here rather than the sun saying it must pay its karmic lesson on this plane and suffer for it. Venus as well is very friendly towards Saturn because Saturn is the planet that loves to serve, loves to give, and it is the only planet that understands how to fixate and stay, a quality that Venus admires since love requires devotion and commitment. Venus as well is not very fond of Jupiter. However, of all the planets, Jupiter and her are the only benefits that are able to be with one another and understand we have to work together. We might as well make the most of it, even though we agree differently. Let's work together and ensure that this native lives a long, fulfilling life full of comfort and prosperity. Venus has one aspect code. She looks the 180-degree opposing of her. This aspect has the quality of wherever she looks, that is where the native gives their most love, affection towards. Since Venus represents love affairs and the spouse figure, it goes for both men, women, gender does not matter. It is the one of other. It's because that when one devotes themselves to divinity so intensely, that is when Venus or Shukracharya will appear to them. In other words, the moment that you devote to the higher divinity of your choice or whom you deem higher divinity, the minute you fixate on that, that is when your spouse or loved one will come and appear before you. Venus is a very, very vital planet for everybody. Not only does she give you your spouse and life partner, but she teaches you how to understand how vital it is to have another in this life, as well to enjoy it. As the guru who pretty much defended Shukracharya said it, let them enjoy. Just because they indulge in the world, they should enjoy. And it is true. There is nothing wrong with living a life that is luxurious, comforting, and just full of conveniency and happiness. All this is a Venus. Venus rules the day Friday. Venus rules over the aspects of smells that are like perfumes, enchanting intoxicants. Venus has dominion over women and the opposing gender of you. The best way to please Venus is to simply keep your car clean, pretty much ensure that you are at comfort and at ease at all times. The preferred stone for Venus is diamond and should be worn on the pinky. The best way to ensure Venus is strong is every day turn to your spouse or lover and ask them, "What can I do to make you happy today?" That will ensure Venus will be at its highest state the most possible time it can be. However, there are actions you should not take when working with Venus or speaking of Venus. For Venus, do not degrade women, do not assault them, do not make them feel inferior. Ensure that your car does not become polluted with trash or just unkept. Always ensure that your spouse is content and has everything they need. Venus has exaltation in the sign of Pisces and debilitation in the sign of Virgo. For Pisces being exaltation, Pisces is the sign of true devotion and intoxication by divinity itself. Debilitation in Virgo is because Venus is not able to express and pretty much enjoy the creativity of another, rather than appreciate and encourage one's creativity and sense of beauty. Venus in Virgo is realistic about when it comes to love matters, and instead of appreciating and praising creativity, Venus then becomes one who nitpicks one's creativity and sense of expression, which is conflicting within itself. This is Venus, or Shukracharya.